Hello, everybody, and welcome to March 2022. My name is Roberta Robbins. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel. Now, we're a few days into March as I'm doing this recording. And for those of you that have been following me as a weekly connection, I definitely did not do the last couple of weeks of February. So much was going on energetically here in Canada and Ontario, and astrologically, and just so many different things that personally I just had to take care of myself. And so for those of you that might have been going, where's the weekly? Well, there was none, but I greatly appreciate that if you're here right now to connect with me and for us to take some time just to connect with the energies of March. So I'm just going to talk about what's happening energetically with the changing of the seasons that are going to be happening, with some astrological stuff, with some numerology, some intuitive guidance and downloading and things that I've been seeing and noticing. I'm going to go and do that. In the past, I've kind of blended this at times with a tarot reading. I think what I'm going to do is do two separate videos, so they're not too long. So trying to get my videos into a bit more of a smaller dosage, so it's easier and more time manageable for all of us. So like I said, welcome to March. We are here, third month of the year, 3 in itself as a third month of the year. We have a lot of expansion, a lot of blessings, a lot of abundance, typically energetically over the month itself. But we're here in a 9 energy month though for 2022. So we started this year on a 7 in January. Fast, quick, moving kind of energy. We went last month, February, into an 8 energy month. A lot of understanding and mastering and still energy picking up and moving very fast. Like, do you even remember February? I mean, it went like that, right? March, long month, 31 days. Sometimes it can feel like forever, especially for those of us in Canada, like in my area, where there's still a lot of snow out there right now. And we get to this point where like, is winter done? Can winter be done? And we get a lot of different energies moving and shifting for us. And we just kind of, it seems like it drags out. This month, just like that too. It's going to go so quick. We're in the 9. The 9 is about the letting go, the endings, getting ready to start the new. So next month in April, we're going to have a 1 energy month. And there's going to be freshness, newness, abundance within these new possibilities, the new start of your projects, which makes sense. I mean, it feels really good in line with April. We feel that anyhow in the Northern Hemisphere with spring coming. We feel that new beginnings, the seeds being planted, things like that. But March in a 9 is also the stepping, almost like the energy to the new beginning. Like we feel like we're closing up things, but we feel the starting of the seeds. We're starting to think and plant the seeds. So there's an energy that's moving forward already with this month. And the fact that this 9 energy month is happening in March and we're having a turn of the wheel, the sacred wheel, the wheel of the year. We're going to be turning the wheel. So when spring arrives on the 20th of March, which we also refer to as Stara, when that happens, there is that spring has officially arrived, spring equinox. And there is that feeling of starting anew, and we feel it with things start to awaken within the land. Yes, here in my area, we might still be under a lot of snow the next couple of weeks, because literally spring is two weeks and 2 days away from when I'm doing this recording. So it's gonna be here in no time. So, but there's this feeling, the energy, we start to come alive, right? And it just starts building from this point through to April and May, and we can really feel that energetics of coming alive and feeling into the maiden energy for those of you that connect with the wheel of the year and the passing the torch and the energy of the wheel of the year from the crone, from Samhain, all the way through the winter solstice to Imbolc. There was a passing in the crones letting and moving and passing the baton to the maiden, fresh maiden virgin energy coming in. And we really feel that in March here, we're going to feel that shifting. So there's that energetics just to put into your awareness. The other thing that happens with this month, just keep in mind, there's a lot that happens on March 20th, right? Like it is that turning of the wheel for those that follow the wheel of the year. There is the arrival of those that just follow seasons, spring. And there's also the astrological, the zodiac sign, the zodiac wheel. The sun enters into Aries, which is what marks spring equinox, right? It marks Ostara. It marks that equal day and night time, right? The equalness of it. And so there is a starting of the zodiac wheel. So the zodiac wheel, for those that follow that, Aries. The sun enters Aries on the 20th. And so that is the beginning point, the fresh new beginning of the zodiac wheel. So it's a new year in that sense, even on March 20th. And when I say to those that I teach, because I teach astrology, I teach the wheel of the year, I'm doing a lot of these things that I'm sharing with you, I actually teach and support my students with. And then what I say with the astrology, that when we look at Aries, Aries, the first point, the first spot, it's the first house. It's that point of the rising sun. When I talk about the wheel in the zodiac wheel, that is when the sun and the rising of the birth of the wheel of Aries is fire sign. So we're going to be moving from Pisces, which is where we are right now. We literally just had the new moon in Pisces. And Pisces is that last point of the wheel, the zodiac wheel. And there's that expansion. There's such the watery intuitiveness and the expansion out there with where it sits on the wheel, with how Neptune's influence there. We got some Jupiter energy influence there, and the abundance and the expansion. So there's all that. And then we hit Aries on the 20th. So right now we're in that Pisces dreamy, intuitive state till the 20th, and then birthing. Aries, we move from a water sign, a deep intuitive water sign, to fresh fire, the birth of light, the rising of the sun, happening on the 20th. And so it's that, when I think of Aries, ruled by Mars, a lot of Mars initiating kind of energy, but also like Mars has a very divine masculine energy when in harmony and when in balance. And so there's this fresh, this new activation to want to get things going, to want to explore, to want to create. So we will feel that rising. We've already been feeling it since February, starting to build. And now we're going to go into some other things here. So just a moment here. Okay, I just paused the video there for a moment because I had to go get a big glass of water because I was about to start coughing. So we're back. So yeah, we have this fresh new energy that's building, right, with Aries. So recap, we're in a 9 energy month. Typically feels like a really long month. It's going to go really fast. The turning of the wheel of the year, the zodiac wheel. It's all moving, the changing of the season. What else do I want to talk to you guys about? So we had the new moon in Pisces, literally just had it right before I did this video. New moon in Pisces, a reset, a restart, a deep, dark, going to the darkness of that new moon, into the vastness. We're still kind of feeling it a little bit as I'm doing this video. But we will also have the full moon is going to be in Virgo, and that's going to be happening on the 18th of March. So I'm going to give a little bit of times and dates for those that really like to follow the times and dates. So on the 18th of March, we are going to have at 27 degrees, this Virgo full moon. So lots of things, earthy. It's an earthy full moon. Virgo is the second earth sign within the zodiac wheel. Very organized, very practical, ruling within the body, the health, the wellness, routines and structures. So that's going to help it illuminate, get some things, some foundations ready for us, which is beautiful, perfect for when, especially that we're starting anew, a lot of things here. So full moon, Virgo, 18th. The time for that will be at 3:18 a.m. Eastern 3:18 p.m. No, AM. I'm right. AM. I did get that right. AM. I'm converting in my head here from different time zones that I have written in front of me. So Eastern Standard Time, which is my time, will be 3:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just after midnight for you Pacific Coast people at 12:18, that's when it's going to peak its fullness, like mark peak. What else? Mars and Venus are still traveling together. They will be shifting from being in Capricorn into Aquarius. So the energetics of them, of Mars and Venus traveling together right now very closely, there's going to be an energetic shift that's going to happen. I believe that's like the 5th or the 5th. Yep, the 5th. They literally shift within minutes of each other into the Aquarius sign. We have Mars, or sorry, not Mars, Mercury is going to be entering Pisces on the 9th. So what that means is there's going to be more with expression of how we're communicating with each other. It's going to be that energetics. We're in Pisces season still at that particular time. And so there's going to be a lot of intuitive way that we are communicating, how we're speaking is going to be more expansive and out there, how we are receiving, because remember, Mercury is also not just about us talking, but it's the communications of all forms, including what we receive. So in this, we're going to be receiving a lot of extra information and downloads. So the 9th of March, Mercury, ruler of communication, kind of energetics, going to be in Pisces, expansive, watery, vast, outer space kind of energetics of Pisces. Now, remember also that is a water sign. It's very ultra sensitive to sign. So the energies, don't be surprised. There might be some extra like emotional energetics that happen to when we're receiving or how we're expressing when Mercury moves into Pisces. Already talked about the sun, of course, moving into Aries for spring equinox and Ostara. For those of you that want to get into connection with ceremony in any way, I am running 2 events this year. So one on the 17th, which will be my online for celebrating Ostara. And then I'm doing it in person. Yay to in person. Because man, the last couple of years have lacked that a lot. So I'm doing it in person on the 20th. So if you're near me and you want to actually be in person, be in circle, and do some ritual and healing and various things, you guys can go to robertarobbins.com events, and you can see things there. So if you want to deepen into something there, know that I'm offering that. You can easily do something for yourself too, right? Just like get outside on Sunday, the 20th, get your butt outside, go for a walk, be with nature, and just breathe in and take in that spring has arrived. At the end of the month, the 27th, Mercury will then enter Aries. So then our communication and the way we're receiving will turn that wheel of the zodiac, and it'll be more fiery, more initiating, more thoughts, more creations. Our words and the way we're expressing yourself will become possibly a lot more clear and direct, might have some fire to it. Watch that. You want to bounce within those fire energies of yourself, along with when you're bouncing with the watery emotional energies. You got to find that balance, right? Don't let anything take you too far out. And if it does, take note of it. Be with it. Understand why that's there. What else? We started this month, looking over here now on my calendar on my wall. We started this month with a 1 energy. So on the 1st. So the numerology days are like all really nicely in sync and lined up, which is nice because we have all of our planets are still direct. There's no retrogrades happening right now. So a lot of energy is moving us forward. A lot of things are helping us to end. We're ending a season. We're ending the zodiac year. We are ready to birth the new. So there's that 9 energy, like I said, for this month, and we're getting ready to go to something new. Pivotal times. So those are the energetic forecasts, the numerology, like a little bit of everything that I follow wrapped into one for you. Hopefully you took some notes. I hope you guys have a beautiful March. And I'm going to go do a reading now. and just see what the cards and things with some spiritual guidance and support for us, and themes and energetics coming from that, from the tarot and the our oracle cards and that. And I'm looking down because I got a whole bunch down here on my desk. So I hope you guys have a fantastic March, and I have some other events, some other great events happening in March. They're happening really soon, in like a week and a half to 2 weeks. They're coming up. You might want to go check those out. I'll put my link and everything in my description. Until next time, have a fantastic time.